Crypto has been going absolutely crazy this year, with none other than the king of crypto, Bitcoin, setting all new all-time highs in March 2024. We have not seen this level of movement since 2021 and 2022, when everybody was dumping their pandemic financial aid into the newest rug pull or meme coin, hoping that their money would go to the moon, and often losing it all. But how high will Bitcoin price go? And is it too late for you to invest? Are we on the cliff edge and is Bitcoin about to fall? Why is Bitcoin rising so quickly? All this and more will be answered in this video. Now, before you take your entire retirement portfolio and invest it in cryptocurrency, I must warn you, cryptocurrency is an extremely speculative asset. It could go very high or it could all go to zero, so be warned. I own a bit of cryptocurrency myself, with about 5 to 10% of my portfolio invested in crypto at any one time. I do this because I'm young, I have a fair lengthy time horizon until I'm planning to retire, so if it does go to zero, I have time to make up that money into other investments. So what is happening to cause this massive spike in price? Inflation levels are high, grocery prices have gone way up, gas prices have gone up, salaries are not increasing at a quick enough level to cover inflation, and Americans are scrounging up every last dollar they can to feed and house their family. According to a recent study by Forbes magazine, 40% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, with another 29% not making enough money to cover their monthly bills. So who has the spare change to keep buying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that's causing this massive increase in price? To understand this, we need to look at the past history of Bitcoin and the new government regulations that came into effect in January of 2024. The first thing that's causing an increase in price is the upcoming Bitcoin halving. This is estimated to happen roughly April 19th of 2024. And this will reduce the block reward from the current level of 6.25 to 3.125 BTC for every successful mining operation. Historically, Bitcoin halving has caused all new highs in the year following the Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin, explained in its very simplest form, is both a store of value and a completely digital currency. You could think of a single Bitcoin as a digital bar of gold. As the supply of that gold dwindles, the price goes up over time. Historically, putting your money into gold has been a good check on keeping up with inflation. As inflation goes up, so does the price of gold, with some variance in between. Unlike Bitcoin, where mining of it has stayed the same roughly since it's been discovered, Bitcoin mining becomes more difficult as time goes on. This mining is not actually somebody swinging a pick at some rock or drilling out some minerals. It is just a computer solving very complex problems to validate a block on the blockchain. The miner who reaches the solution first is awarded BTC at the current amount per successful block completion and fees for the work done. Roughly every 4 years, Bitcoin is programmed to have the amount of Bitcoin rewarded for a successful block completion. In 2009, when Bitcoin was first released, you were awarded 50 BTC Bitcoins for every successful block completion. Every 4 years, this amount is halved, with a maximum supply of 21 million coins. Up to the current date, due to this Bitcoin halving, roughly 19.6 million of those Bitcoins has been mined. So there's only an additional roughly 1.4 million coins left that will ever be mined. According to Investopedia, due to rounding issues in the computer algorithm, all 21 million coins may not ever be mined. There will also be roughly 29 more halvings every 4 years. And it's not expected that the last coin will be mined until the year 2140, which is quite a bit of time in the future. Coming up is the second thing that will put pressure on the price of Bitcoin. But first, let's look at my price predictions for Bitcoin next year. I've based this on historical data, so this is just a rough estimate and you should consult an expert before investing in Bitcoin. The graph shown on the screen roughly represents the price after the year of halving. In 2013, the year following a Bitcoin halving, the price reached a peak of around $1,100. This was roughly 90 times more than the price it was on the date of halving in 2012, which was $13. The second halving saw a much lower return of only 27x the price versus the price it was at the time of halving. The third halving in 2020 only saw the price increase by 7x. Based on this graph, I've estimated roughly a 1.7 times increase in the price from this year to the peak price that it will see next year in 2025. This gives a rough price per Bitcoin of $104,000, which is quite a bit more money than it currently is. The other big player moving the market is the Securities and Exchange Commission. This has finally allowed Bitcoin ETFs in the States. Crypto ETFs have been offered in Canada since early 2021. Some companies that offer these are Purpose Investments, 3iQ, and CI. As of January 2024, Bitcoin ETFs are now legal in the US, which has since caused the price of Bitcoin to skyrocket. Now, why is this? Why would an ETF cause the price of Bitcoin to skyrocket? Wouldn't everybody that's already buying crypto already own crypto? First, let's understand what a Bitcoin ETF is. Bitcoin ETFs seek to track the performance of Bitcoin by owning a basket of securities, but the individual investor doesn't have to own Bitcoin itself. If you use a gold ETF as an example, an investor can buy into that and basically follow the price of gold without having to buy, store, and transport the physical gold themselves. This avoids the risks of buying and owning crypto and the risks associated with it. Some of these risks could be getting hacked and losing all your crypto from an exchange, or if you lose access to your physical wallet. Like Canada, this will probably lead to altcoins getting their own ETFs as well, such as Ethereum, which is also legal in Canada. ETFs becoming legal in the States has led to a slew of institutional buying up of cryptocurrency. Approximately 10% is owned by ETFs, funds, private and public funds, and governments. This is only going to increase as time goes on as pension funds and broad market index funds, for example, start to add crypto holdings to their various funds. This will drive up the price of crypto further, causing more price increases. Galaxy Digital, Standard Chartered Bank, and CoinDesk estimate that the first year of Bitcoin ETFs will add an influx of capital in the range of $14 billion to $100 billion. This amounts to an additional 200,000 to 1.4 million coins being purchased by institutions through ETFs. This would almost double the amount of crypto currently owned by ETFs, as mentioned before, and this is only the first year that crypto ETFs are legal in the state. I'm estimating with the Bitcoin halving that's coming up and this increased buying due to Bitcoin ETFs being legal in the States that we could see a price per coin of roughly $125,000 to $150,000 by the end of 2025. But again, it's an extremely speculative asset. I'm not a financial advisor or an expert, so do your own research before investing. What do you think the price of Bitcoin will go to with these changes? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far in the video, please like and subscribe below and check out some of my other videos. Have a nice day.